This video is for my non-Muslim girlies in a relationship with a Muslim. I'm gonna share.
You won't be non-Muslim for long, baby. Tell you that much. Either the relationship ends or you stop being an infidel. One or the other.
I'm going to share the story of my failed 6.5-year interfaith relationship and give you some advice to hopefully save you some heartbreak and years of your life.
Oh, 6.5 years that failed?
Yeah, I'm going to save you guys the next 3 minutes.
Remove that ring.
No, that's not the fight. The fight is, are you going to convert? No, stop wasting your time.
Oh, that bad, huh?
It's nothing bad or not. It's like the faith demands that you both be Muslim. So either you're going to marry in or not. That's just kind of how it is.
Gotcha.
For 99% of Muslim families. And if you're a Jew, highly don't recommend. Some people make it work.
It's the same thing?
What you mean?
With Jews?
Marrying into the Jewish stuff? I ain't going to speak on that. I don't know. To be honest with you.
Fair.
For some context, my relationship was from ages 21 to 27, and I am 28 now. When we got together, we knew it was going to be hard winning over his parents, but we didn't know how hard. He said it should be okay if I agreed to raise our future kids Muslim, and I was fine with that because I'm Christian but more spiritual, and I care more about my kids being good people than anything else. For the first 4 years, I was a secret to his parents. Huge mistake and red flag. We're coming.
That's not even that long, to be honest with you.
I know.
By their standards?
For my standards, it is, but for theirs,
no.
I've heard some crazy. I've heard some crazy shit.
Yeah, I saw someone two people kept their relationship a secret 9 years only for them to just break up. I was like, damn, like almost a decade.
Huge mistake and red flag. We're coming back to this later. And then when he finally told his parents, they refused to meet me for 2.5 years. I was slut shamed, called the path of chaos and destruction, and they even asked if I was a virgin. When I finally did meet them, they told me that they thought I was going to hell, our future kids were going to hell, and they were going to go to hell for letting us be together.
And that was soft. You got off pretty easy.
And the ironic part is that our relationship was technically halal as I was raised Christian. I also got blindsided by my ex 6 years in because he started saying I needed to convert and dress differently to make the relationship work. Remember, before it was just raise Muslim kids. And he also decided that he wanted to live with his parents and I wouldn't be allowed to wear leggings in my own house because it would make them uncomfortable. Don't want to hate on my ex because he's a genuinely good person, but the way he handled this was unacceptable. So obviously this relationship didn't work out, and I want to impart 3 pieces of advice to anyone in a similar situation.
Don't.
Do it.
Don't.
Do it.
There's no amount of times that I've seen this shit happen and it just fails spectacularly. And, you know, people get blindsided, but it's like, do your Googles. I don't know, man. This is one of them ones where it's just like, I think maybe it's because she's Christian. And so the way Christians approach faith and marriage, it's a bit more open, generally speaking, than Muslims.
Yeah.
But it's like, you got to know what faith you're moving into and what kind of culture you're moving into. And just being a secret for 4 years, the fact that you accepted that, like, why are you a secret? Okay, well, you need to start asking some questions about whether or not that's ever going to change. And I'm be honest with you, I just don't know any Muslim, you know, and a lot of it is also on Muslim men. Muslim men know their parents, but they want to be fucking around with other shit, knowing damn well the woman's not going to convert, or they have to, but they don't be honest about it. They don't be honest about what their parents really like. They hide everything. So it's just like, bro, you got to choose. Either you tell her up front, like, hey, at some point you're going to have to convert. So stop wasting people's time. A lot of these motherfuckers go around, They mess with people who are not Muslim because they want to do their non-halal stuff, right? And not feel guilty. And then afterwards, they just end up marrying somebody within a month because they are Muslim and their families get along. Like, it's a bit stupid to me what these guys do. But they do it out of a bit of their own selfishness, to be honest with you. I've seen it, like, pretty much every Muslim guy I know. Fucked around non-Muslims and then just married a Muslim that their parents chose or they met afterwards.
And the thing about religion, you don't have to be Muslim, but you have to be interested enough to understand what's going on and what you're getting yourself to. You have to do a little bit of research to be interested in, okay, what does that mean? You don't have to be like, I'm going to be able to, I want to know about your faith and know everything. No, but you got to do, what does that mean to you? Even if you're Christian.
I agree.
Even if you're Christian, it has nothing to do with even if you're not a Christian and you marry someone that's Christian, you kind of have to see, what does that kind of mean? Because the different denominations have a different perspective of your spouse not going to church or this and that, depending on who you have to be at least interested in that. What does that mean?
And I want to impart 3 pieces of advice to anyone in a similar situation. The first is deal with the parents right away. If you wait, then you might find out that they're actually really toxic and you might actually not want to be part of that family.
So here's the thing. Are they toxic or they just don't want you? Like, Maybe they are. Some of them are. I'm not saying they're not, but they just don't want you.
Yeah.
They're finding every way to tell you, like, they think you're going to hell. Like, you're not going to send my kid to hell. So it's like, I ain't even going to hold the family. The son's the one who's really at fault. They just don't want you. They don't think you're the right fit for their kid. That shouldn't make what they saying okay, but at the end of the day, it's their religious conviction. What you want me to say? You didn't even get to know the parents. In reality, you just got to know their defensive side because they just do. Like, you might have been the right fit, and they might have been the nicest, most welcoming people potentially. So,
But you're not Muslim. So.
Yeah.
Number 2 is if your partner isn't all in, you need to get out. You need to get out the second they start asking you to change to appease their family.
I agree with her first point. I don't agree with her second. This whole all in, people change their minds. So they could be all in one way, and then after, like, what happened to you? All of a sudden, 4 or 5 years in, they're like, you can't wear leggings, wear the hijab, you have to convert. So he was all in before the way you thought he was, and then you found out it wasn't the case. There's no way to know that. And when they get that pressure from their family and they start to have to choose, a lot of them are so attached to that unit, they're going to ask you to change. Because they're not expecting their parents to change.
You're the add-on. So
it's easier to replace a girlfriend than it is a mom and a dad.
Your relationship can be the most loving otherwise, as mine was, but this shows that you aren't your partner's priority. Their family and their closed-minded views are. For this to work, your partner needs to stand by you 110%, and they need to make it clear to their parents that you are their person and they don't get to disrespect you. And number 3, probably most important, please understand that there is love and connection everywhere. You don't have to go through this. This was my first real love, and I was pretty sure I was going to marry this person. I didn't think it was possible to have a real connection with anyone else. But I'm here to tell you that it really is possible. We are compatible with so many people in the world. Your partner doesn't want to tell their family about you because you're not Muslim. There is someone who would love to introduce you to their family. Your partner wants to change your religion and the way you dress. There is someone who loves you the way you are.
I agree with everything
you're
she's saying.
Probably not going to be attracted to them, but it's okay.
Yeah, no, I agree with what she's saying here. I think she's definitely saying real things. And
Yeah.
You shouldn't subjugate yourself to this. To me, it's really stupid.
My ex was a good, generous, and loving person, but I was ultimately not the priority. And I spent the majority of my 20s in love with someone who was ashamed of me. I spent years hoping that closed-minded people would come around. And I deeply, deeply regret that. I deserved better, and you deserve better too.
At least she got the right conclusion.
I appreciate the fact that she's not like necessarily shaming Muslim people or whatever or not. She's really talking about her perspective.
Yeah. Someone said, funny how the guy stays halal and worthy even after doing all this. And that's true. You know, like a lot of Muslim dudes will go do the nastiest stuff and then still be well seen for it, right? They do this stuff knowing that this probably is not going to go anywhere, denying that reality. But like, it is shitty shit. Like, they put these women through quite a lot, and it's unfair. Yeah. But, you know, some people want to take their chance. You know, love blindsides everybody, so I get it. But I don't know. I sometimes I meet women who are Christian. They're like, I want a really God-fearing man. I'm like, why are you wasting my time? Like, you know what I am. Yeah, but maybe. I was like, no. Don't go into this hoping for that. If I've already told you off the top, like, I'm not crazy open to that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing no baptism. I'm not interested. Like, I'll go to church and hang out. But
hang out.
What we drinking? You know, what we eating? Yeah. Blood of Jesus? Okay.
You go to church to hang out. Hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? Yeah. All right, I'll be in the back.
I'll be in the pews. But I'm not doing that. And, you know, I've told someone just like, stay off me. This is a waste of your time and my time. Like, yeah, you like the connection, it's cool, but go find you a man who wants to, you know, hold you and whatever y'all be doing. Yeah?
Hang out at church. It's crazy.
Hey, what are you going to hang out? Oh, hey, pastor, what's good? Oh, yeah, Jesus. You know, whatever. What y'all be doing? Hey, blood of Mary, nigga, what's up?
I'm not Catholic.
Hey, Joseph.
I'm not Catholic.
Okay, all right.
We don't have none of this.
This little lamb of was it?
This little lamb of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
All right, we're gonna stop. But anyway, that's why I wanted to play this video. Yeah, don't do it. Anything else?
No.
Any religious experience you want to relate to them?
No, I don't. I really don't.
All right. Well, that's it for today's video.